So function composition is just really a fancy way of saying putting one function into another function. So what that means is the input, or what you're substituting into one of your functions, is an entire other function. So for just our example here, it gives us f of x and g of x. F of x equals 3x minus 5. G of x equals x plus 8. So we've got an f function and a g function. So the very first example, it wants us to find f of g. So the outside letter is sort of like the shell, if you will. And we're going to substitute a function into where that x is. So instead of 3x minus 5, I do 3 parentheses minus 5. And what we're doing is substituting this entire equation into that x. So we put g into the f function. So inside those parentheses, we'll put x plus 8. And then we just simplify. So let's distribute the 3 inside there. So we'll get 3x plus 24 minus 5. And if you simplify that, 24 minus 5 will be 19. So 3x plus 19. So now let's look at the second one, and that is g of f. So we're starting with g, so instead of x plus 8, we'll do parentheses plus 8. And we are going to substitute this into that x spot. So inside those parentheses, we will put 3x minus 5 and simplify from there. So the only thing you can combine is the negative 5 and the 8. So negative 5 plus 8 will be 3. So this becomes 3x plus 8. So you start with the outside and you plug the inside one into that function. So what happens when there's a number is the question. So instead of an x, we now have a number on the inside there. So it's still the same process. You're still going to start with the outside function as your shell. So we're still going to start with f. So 3x minus 5. And instead of the x, we're going to put parentheses. So 3 parentheses minus 5. And we're putting the g function in there. So that will be your x plus 8. So really, it's just what we did first there. But instead of simplifying from here, now that you have a number, you're going to put that number in there for the x. So instead of leaving that as an x, we're going to have 3 times 2 plus 8 minus 5. So 3 times 2 plus 8 minus 5, and then we're just going to get a value. So there shouldn't be any x left because we can simplify this. We plug the number in, get what it equals. So 2 plus 8 will be 10 times 3, so 10 times 3 is 30, minus 5 will give you guys 25. So when you have a number inside the parentheses there, you should be equaling just a number as your answer. But if it's just an x inside the parentheses, we're just going to simplify like we did for the first and second one.